Welcome. Today we are diving into the Bellman Ford algorithm, a fundamental technique in graph theory used to solve the shortest path problem when dealing with negative edge weights. First, let's understand the context. The shortest path problem involves finding the most efficient route between 2 points in a graph. In these graphs, the cost of moving between nodes is represented by edge weights, which often correspond to real-world metrics like distance, time, or cost. You might wonder, why not use the famous Dijkstra's algorithm? The issue is that Dijkstra's algorithm makes a greedy assumption. It assumes that once a node is visited, its shortest path is final. This logic breaks completely if the graph contains negative weights, as a path could technically get shorter by taking a detour through a negative edge later on. This is where the Bellman Ford algorithm shines. Unlike Dijkstra, it is designed specifically to handle graphs with negative weights. It uses an iterative approach rather than a greedy one, and crucially, it has the ability to detect negative weight cycles, which are infinite loops of decreasing cost. The heart of the algorithm is a concept called relaxation. It is a simple check. If the distance to node, u, plus the weight of the edge to node, v, is less than the current known distance to v, we update v with this new, shorter path. We say we have relaxed the edge. Here is the high-level strategy. First, we initialize the source distance to 0 and all others to infinity. Then, we perform a loop where we relax every single edge in the graph. We repeat this entire process, v-1 times, where v is the number of vertices. Finally, we do one last check to find negative cycles. Let's visualize this. Consider a graph with 4 nodes. We have a source node S and a destination. Notice the edge between node A and B has a negative weight of -3. This specific negative edge is what makes this problem interesting and unsuitable for standard greedy algorithms. During the first iteration, we look at all edges. When we process the edges connected to the source, the neighbors get updated values. For instance, node A might become 4 and node B might become 5. Later in the process, the negative edge from A to B allows us to update B again to an even smaller value, proving that the direct path wasn't the shortest. Now, what is a negative cycle? Imagine a loop of 3 nodes where the sum of weights is negative, say -2. Every time you traverse this loop, your total path cost decreases. You could technically spin around this loop forever to get a cost of -infinity. This is a problem for finding a shortest path. Bellman Ford has a clever way to detect this. Since the shortest path in a graph with v vertices can have at most v-1 edges, any valid path should be found after v-1 iterations. If we run one extra relaxation step and any distance still changes, it proves a negative cycle exists. Let's talk about efficiency. The time complexity is big O of v times e because we iterate v times and process e edges each time. The space complexity is big O of v to store the distances. This makes it slower than Dijkstra's algorithm, but it is the necessary trade-off for handling negative weights. To summarize, use Bellman Ford when your graph might have negative edge weights or when you need to detect negative cycles. Remember the rule of v-1 iterations, and keep in mind that for strictly positive weights, faster algorithms exist.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.